Okay.
Shout out to the Messiahs. Peace to the movement. 747 24/7 361 degrees. Welcome to the Messiah Code movement, the Messiah's bookshelf. All right. Shout out to the Messiahs.
Find the Messiah.
All right. All right. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that is a part of the movement that supports the message. Peace to my queen. I'm pretty sure she's in the building. She's coming in the building. Shout out to you. Hey, yo, 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 yo. Shout out to Facebook not showing me who my peoples are. I'm good. I'm good. Shout out to my peoples. I don't know what Facebook doing. They not showing who it is. Can you share the video if you support the message? Can you share the video? All right. So there she go. Oh, there she go. Oh! Shout out. Oh, there go my queen, my baby. Oh, they try to front on you for a second.
I
Oh,
know.
look. It's Brian, bro. Shout out to one and only Brian. Yo, is it the one and only Breezy? Is it the one and only Breezy? Shout out. Yo, man, this is going to be a hot discussion today. I hope to get my brother Ali Jawu in the building. He is broadcasting from Gambia, Africa. He supports the movement over in Gambia. So he wants to tell us how it is, embracing the teachings and just the experience of life in general. All right. If you in Facebook don't know who it is, yeah, Brian Ross, I see you in there. Look at this. If you in the building, share the video 3 times. Listen, listen. If you in the building, if you support the movement, if you support the narrative, you know what it is. Listen, just share the video 3 times. For all the Messiah Code All Stars, you know what it is. Share the video 5 times. It is day 67 of this water fast, babe. How you
Hmm.
feeling about this?
I'm feeling great.
You
I'm
feeling
feeling
great? You ain't
yeah.
ready to tap out, right?
Nope.
You ain't
Nope.
you ain't ready to tap out on me, are you?
Nope. No.
Shout
I'm
out to
good.
Akshita Vita, the shout out to the general in the building. Akshita Vita, what's up? What's up? Where the All Stars at? Where are the All Stars? Pump them hearts. Pump them hearts, man. Come on, man. Let's get this algorithm popping. You know what it is. They trying to suppress the movement. They trying to suppress the message. Share the video 3 times if you love me. I don't know if I don't got that much love out there, man. Yo, where you at, babe? All right, so I said it's day 67,
Day
day
67.
67, day 67, almost on our way to heaven. Shout out to Yada, the goddess in the building. Oh, man. Messiah Code. Whew. I'm feeling really like groovy today. Yo, We got a special person coming in. I see him coming in. He's in the background. My brother Ali Jawu, straight from Gambia, Africa. This is gonna be really sizzly. Sicily, and I'm not talking about from Italy.
You funny.
Listen, if you really feeling this water cleanse, put your water up wherever you at. Salute, salute, salute. Wherever you at, put your water up. Stop playing games. Even if you ain't down with the whatevers, listen, just put your water up and say, yo, we got this. We got this. Salute.
Salute.
Ashe.
I shall.
I shall. I had to do it 2 times for the grind. 2 times for the grind. Yo, what we going to talk about today? Let me bring my brother Ali Jawu. Ali Jawu. Ali. All-star, bro. Bro, you in Gambia, Africa. Am I right?
What network?
Mic check.
I can hear you well. Okay.
Shout out. Come on, bro. We got to hear you. You got to speak up so we can hear you. Yo, introduce yourself. It's amazing that you speak English, first of all. Introduce yourself, my brother. Ali Jawu. I don't know if he if his
So I think
but I hope his signal come back. Brother Ali Jawu been following the movement for over 5 years from Gambia, Africa. He's been teaching the concept of the body of the Messiah in Gambia, Africa. All right? He got people putting up MeWe's and everything. The tribe watching us. The tribe is watching us right now in Gambia. It don't matter about the numbers. It matters about the organic people that we connect with.
yes,
He's
sir.
in the village right now broadcasting from his phone, showing the whole village of people what we doing here. All right? And that's what I want to let you know. Just worry about the baby steps. We always fly. We always fly. We'll be fly. All right, but let's take these baby steps first. So put the comments up, man. Speak your piece. Say what you gotta say. I'm really feeling this build right now. I'm really feeling the energy right now. What I'm about to do. What I'm about to say to everyone. To be honest. Day 67 is the root. Is the noble wraith. Is the noble wraith. You like, man, damn, how the wraith can be a noble wraith? How could there be a noble wraith? And remember, it represents the left middle finger. The left middle finger, the noble wraith. Right? Because we went from the general, the weapon, it was the weapon hold, it was the general, the sharif, the general, the major, and then it was the lieutenant, right? And then it went down to the chess player, and then from the chess player, that was 64 because
Yes.
it's 64 shades on the chessboard, right?
Right.
And then from there, I got you, brother Ali Jawu. I see you. From the 64, we have the 65, which was what?
The weapon holder.
The weapon holder, which is at the thumb. Okay? And then we go into the sniper, which is 66.
6.
And then you got 67, which is the noble wraith. All right? Which is this finger right here. I'm learning. What I'm teaching is the spiritual body. Listen, the spiritual body is guarded by numbers, the esoteric body of the Messiah. Now we have 1 through 31. Each one of us take a position within this body that we call the Messiah. You hear me? Each one
Mm-hmm.
of us take a position. Whenever your birthday is between the 1 and 31 number, you take a position within that body. All right? And from there, you have the esoteric body, or what we call the body of resurrection. All right? And when the body resuscitates and you tune in to the body of resurrection, connecting to the other numbers that flow between 32 and 99, you get the idea of operating from the dot. Now, I told you that it's 361 degrees in a circle, right? 361 degrees. Now, the 361 degrees represents the dot that's in the middle of the circle, okay? But it's also represents quantum entanglement as well, because when shout out to the general, I see her coming in the building. Thank you. Shout out to the general. There she go.
I'm trying to get my fingers right. How y'all doing?
We're great.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah,
I was
Yes.
just I was just building on the body of the Messiah.
I'm listening. I need to get off my phone now. No, no, I'm gonna mute it so that way we catch that view on there, and I can
Yeah, get
still
the
be
algorithm
active.
popping. If you in
Yeah,
here, share the video. If you're a part of
Send
any
those
movement,
hearts.
if you're a part of the truth, if you're a part of life, love, liberty, share the video. Okay? That's
Mm-hmm.
what it's all about. We got people from all over the planet connecting with one thought. All right? One thought, and that's really love. If you want me to explain it. And it all transcends within the body of the Messiah. So before I go off on my rant a little bit, let's hear a little bit from Akshita Vita, the General.
greetings. How you doing, brother Lamel and Queen Thea and brother Ali Jawu? What it do? Hey, I like that. Okay, I'm flexing. See, I can get it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm just chilling. I was kind of I was looking, making sure to be able to be available today. I was down last week. Um, they said I had COVID. I was like, I don't believe that. You just call anything COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man.
Right.
And so I'm feeling much better today than I have. And you want to know something I'm going to share with you? I have been, if you don't mind, because I know you was going in.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Share some
So,
thoughts. Go ahead. Go
okay.
ahead, Queen.
So
You
I
got
was
it.
not taking CMOS. I had took a pause on taking CMOS. Now, for those who don't know, I was in a battle with breast cancer, and I am 2 years past that diagnosis on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And so thank
Yeah.
you
You
very
a
much.
survivor. You a
I had
survivor.
I
Shout
had
out.
to learn this one. There was a lady that had gotten in my car because I drive for Lyft, and the lady, she was an breast cancer survivor, and I didn't know this the entire ride. I'm just telling her my story, you know what I'm saying? And she
Mm-hmm.
back there just listening with a mindful ear and an open
Oh,
heart to receive me. And so she just allowed me to speak. And this is why I like doing Lyft too. So if y'all don't know anything about Lyft and have any type of hesitation about doing such a job, it's a service to people who are in need of a service or particular service. And so this is to continue their lives. We know, if we look at how today's society is, a lot of people are struggling with
Mm-hmm.
employment
Mm-hmm.
and resources.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And the further we go into this Aquarius age, we're going to see more of this type of struggle from people.
That's
So
right.
those of us who have vehicles, if we're willing to give the time, now I ain't trying to pitch a sale for Lyft now. I'm just saying these are things that people don't think about on a daily basis. And then when the storm hits their life and they have to make a different decision on how they're gaining resources to live their everyday life, they're not going to know what to think.
Right.
And how do I know that? Because I was a what do you call us? A pioneer
Mm-hmm.
to the Aquarius age. I am a forefront. I had to go out. Everything that I had to experience had to be expedited because of the time that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I
So
had time.
talk to me about the sea moss though. What you was
Okay,
talking
so
about with the
yeah, I'm
sea
gonna get
moss?
back to the sea moss, right? So I did get off because
You
while
good? You good? We family, yeah. We family in here. You good? We go ahead.
okay,
Tell me
so
about the sea moss
while
situation.
I was on chemotherapy and immunotherapy, I was taking sea moss and mushroom compounds on a daily basis.
Okay.
I didn't miss a beat. Now I went through all the stuff that people normally go through. I lost my hair, eyebrows, and eyelashes and stuff. I didn't even know you could
Yeah.
lose eyelashes, but you can,
Yeah.
and your eyebrows. I did not know that
Mm-hmm.
those were conditions of losing your hair. I'm just thinking the hair on the top of your head.
Mm-hmm.
No, you lose nose hairs,
Wow.
all of that. Yes. And so imagine this is why people get sick when
Yeah.
they're going through this type of treatment because they're losing those follicles that catch germs and dust and debris to not affect the immune system.
Tell me about the sea moss though. Like why? Because
Because
somebody said Yada said she takes sea moss every day.
sea
What?
moss is like I just took some
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and I feel great. Like I had a root canal done 2 weeks ago Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and uh I think that's had something to do with why I had gotten sick
Oh,
this past time because all of that had been open and whatever. So you're dealing with your mouth, you're dealing with a lot of things, the sinus and all of that. So after the week after the root canal, I was still tender back there and hurting, and I've been consistently feeling that.
mm-hmm.
And so yesterday I took my CMOS and the pain almost just vanished.
Wow.
Like I wasn't even feeling no pain in my jaw. This in
Wow.
real life now. So I knew today that it was imperative for me to take that CMOS.
Emos again. Okay.
Feel good,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Yes.
I
Okay.
I had still been like with the snotty nose a little bit, you know what I'm saying, hawking
Mm-hmm.
up, and those types of things of expression of the mucus in my body. Because if we understand what mucus is, it is the number one disease that affects the body. It's
That's
just
correct.
whatever name they call it based on the part of the body it attached to. They call it something different,
Right.
Right. Right.
but the
That's right.
disease is a result of the mucus calcification or overproduction in your system.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
right.
that's why it's important to alkalize the body,
Mm.
because the alkalinity balances the acidic part, but your body needs to have a form of acidity, but it doesn't need to be over acidic.
So
That's
what you're
right.
saying is, you at one point stopped taking the CMOS.
I did.
Yeah, you stopped taking it at one point because you feel like you didn't need it anymore.
Right.
Okay, okay. Then
Right.
you, yeah,
I
then you realize,
I
yeah, okay,
realized, hey, this is what I've been missing.
yes,
This is
That's
what I've
deep.
been missing.
yes.
Everything was answered for me
Mhm.
off of 2 capsules.
Wow, wow.
That's
So,
hot.
2 capsules.
so you
And
take
this
it in a liquid form, like just in the liquid form.
no,
You don't take it
let
with
me show
anything.
you. Let me
Okay,
show you.
okay.
Ali Jawo. There you go.
Okay.
So
Okay, what's
why do
Oh,
that?
you
okay,
call
it's
the sea moss?
powder.
What is the sea moss?
Oh,
This
the
is
sea moss.
He tell him what sea moss is
sea
because
moss is also
Yeah.
famously known for by many Irish moss.
Yeah.
And what that
he's
is
in
like,
Gambia, Africa though.
okay, but they got a beach.
Y'all got sea moss there,
I
yo,
got sea moss
Ali.
there. I'm sure they
They,
do. I'm sure they do. Sea moss is
it's
everywhere. There's
Yeah,
more.
it's probably more prevalent there than it
they
is
probably call it something else, yo.
Yeah, it's probably called something else.
Yeah,
Hmm.
But like seaweed.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Dried
sea
up
moss is
seaweed.
like seaweed, only the sea moss. Now I was just looking at a video of them
Mm-hmm.
harvesting sea moss. And sea moss looks like thick veins.
It sure does. My yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's
My son
like
used to
kind
make me
of
smoothies
jelly
with it. Yep.
in texture.
Yep.
But when they have to go through a process of drying it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And once it dries, they're able to use it for
Yeah, utilize it. You can put it in your foods. Like I said, my son used to buy it. He would. I don't know. I don't know how he did it, but he would make it into keep it in like a jelly form. But he would add it to our. He would make it into smoothies.
Yeah,
Yeah, he would make it and put it into our smoothies. So yeah.
that's nice. See somebody that know how to do that,
Yeah.
because
That's
um that's
that's
a for
what's up,
sure.
man. So let me see. I do powder capsules. I use what she say. I do powder. Can you put it? Yeah, I do powder capsules and
I use
powder and capsules. I use powder more because I can put
put it
it
in the
in my
smoothies and
smoothie
food. Yeah.
food. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
that's what's
Yeah. It's a.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Now,
I think we all have different formulas that works for us.
Yeah. It's a
You
gel.
of
know,
course,
and it's it's good to know many ways to do what we're doing because
facts.
the idea is transformation. What we're doing, we're on day 67, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to us. Shout out to us, man. It's not easy being consistent. And if you hopped on a water fast and cleansing a little bit late, don't worry about it. We still love you. You know what I mean? Just keep on pumping.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Keep it real. Okay. So let's build. Let's talk about the idea of day 67 and what it represents. We do have our books. I don't know if you got your book. Ali Jawul, I gotta send you a book. I know you in Gambia, but I'm gonna send you a book, bro. So if you got the floor, Thea, anybody can take the floor who got the book. And then let's go from there. Let's get it in a little bit. Let's talk about this. And let's break it down. Now remember, we're exploring the esoteric body, the body of resurrection. Okay? Now each body portion has a certain number associated with it. And it's a reason why this portion has that sacred number. Okay? Now, thank you. Thank you. So what page is it for the day 67?
Mine's began on page 178.
178?
Mm-hmm. The second paragraph.
178. We're
Codex
on, yeah,
178.
178. Yeah. 178
Mm-hmm.
is wow. Look what number verse it is.
222.
222. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my god.
Yeah.
Yo, man. Listen, when I'm doing this stuff for real, I do let the universe move with me. And however it comes out, it comes out, to be honest. I just move with the teachings. All right, so let's get an idea of the number six. Let's get an idea of the number six before we, because we got 6 and 7, but 67 is not exactly, 6 plus 7. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because you go 6 plus 7, that's 13, right?
Yeah.
13, and then you get 4. It's not exactly that. 67 has its own personality.
Hmm.
All right.
Mhm.
So because it's like if you mix two things together, what happens? You get something else.
Mhm.
All right. So now let's get an idea of the number six. Okay. So now when you go to the supreme grandmother and grandfather of mathematics, right? The number six is the foundational construct from the foundational construct of the family tree, the responsible nurturer and guardian of the universe, as well as the procreator of intellect. This is in the lessons, okay, as the supreme mathematics, number six. Okay. And then when you go into the number six, so we thinking of number six because it's a masculine principle.
Okay.
This now we, even though six is a feminine number
Mhm.
because it's an even number, it's still a masculine principle
Hmm.
because six is symbolic of the sex of man. Remember, man was created on the sixth day. Even in the Bible, it says that. But
Mhm.
they're talking about the points of a man, and the points of a woman is five. Five comes before six. So it's designated that the woman comes before man. All right. So let's build furthermore, because when you get to the sixth letter, what's this? What's the sixth letter of the alphabet? It's F as well, and it deals with father. Okay. Now, or to move farther, however you want to apply it, because the acronym is just a step in a certain direction. Because once you learn and master these letters in the supreme grandmother and grandfather alphabet, you're
Mhm.
supposed to create your own um
Language.
understanding of certain letters or certain words that mean something to you, and you correspond those with letters of the alphabet. Okay. But now let's go. The number 7 is God. Now when you go into the mathematics, let's see what God is, because God is a very important aspect of everybody's life. Simply, it says this: God is the experience as well as the relationship with the power held responsible for creation. It's not in the idea for us to explain it, but, it is the experience as well as the relationship with the power held responsible for creation. Okay, so, now we just keeping it basic. Now we got 6 and 7. Now remember, on the journey of the Messiah, when the Messiah was, because the numbers really tell a journey of you want to say Christ, I can use Christ for you. If you want me to say Horus, I can use Horus for you. But it's the same spirit, Isis, Osset, however you want to say, you want to deal with that divine messiahship within yourself. Okay, but the numbers tells the story of his life or her life, and what the test that the Messiah had to go through along the way of becoming her or his self. Okay? So now you got the number 6. At the number 6, the Messiah had to what? The Messiah realized that the power was a gift and a curse. Because remember, when you go into your supreme grandmother and grandfather mathematics, what is power? This should be in your head verbatimly. Power is a force defined by its ability to overcome difficulty, build concrete foundations, reproduce itself through organization, through the accumulation of people, resources, and property. It's the essence of ultimate strength, and it holds dominion over weakness. Real simple, but this is in our lessons. This is in our lessons of what power represents. So, as the Messiah received power, because the Messiah received the throne at number 4. Okay? And then moving forward, the throne gave him power. And then that power he realized was a gift and a curse at the number 6, which is Fatu.
Gotcha.
And then he had to yield to something that was greater than himself, which was God. And that's when the Messiah got on all 7. Because you think when the Messiah went on his face, you know, the Messiah went on his face on the 7, on the 7, on 7 points, yielding before a force that was greater than himself. And he went down on all 7 points to connect up with God or connect up with the universe, however you want to express it. All right? And then he got up because nothing was talking to him, nothing was responding or responding to him. All
Mm.
right? So he got up, and the only thing that he could do, or the only thing that she could do, is go to the mirror
Mm.
to find God, because the Messiah was looking for God the whole time. The Messiah was trying to find God.
Man, that was so
Wow.
deep.
Wow.
That was you. That was a bomb moment right there. That one you should have been like, Messiah, go. That
We're at
part.
the number 8. He didn't hear a voice, or she didn't hear a voice in return. The only voice that he heard was his own. And something led him and told him to go to the mirror. And that's when he went to the mirror. He looked and he saw himself. He seen God. He seen God within himself, or within herself. All right?
Think
That's
about
what.
that for a minute. Can we just kind of pause there
Go
for a
ahead.
minute
Go ahead. Let's
and
reflect.
let's
Build
get
on it.
some real,
Elaborate. Tell me.
yeah, on some real life type stuff now. How many of us have gone through so much in life? Were you about to say something?
No,
No,
I want to listen to
I'm
you.
listening to
I
you.
want to listen to you, yo.
You go through stuff in life, and then at some point you have this awakening within self, and you come into this spiritual journey. Now that don't look the same for everybody, but when you get there, you know you there. And then you begin to get around people and get into this type of arena of conversation. I'm sitting here listening at us speak, listening to you break down these words and break down understanding. And you're not just talking over people's heads, Lazarus. You talk to people's hearts. You
Mm.
talk
Like,
to people's soul. You talk to
like,
the deepest part of a person, to where they have to look at themselves in the mirror. You, because I can't see you without seeing me.
Ashe.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
so you got to be reflections. I remember when I first started seeing people say, like, on the social medias, I'm your reflection, and it's not everybody say something like that. Now you got to be there to say something like that. And if you ain't there and you trying to say something like that, everybody know you fake. So it ain't, you can't even put yourself out there on Front Street like that. So only those who understand that spiritual walk, that shadow work of dealing with guilt, shame,
Mm-hmm.
all kind of different. And then this is just to be who you are. Because we're too afraid when we step out of the box. We're in a world of unknown, and we're not going to know which way to go. But that's why we find each other. That's why we call ourselves star families, or, children of the sun, the chosen ones. Because even though we come through different branches of families, our spirit came from somewhere first
Mm-hmm.
into this manifested body. We were already who we are to be when we came into this body. We had to grow up in a new environment.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't change anything about our journey, except for how people on the outside perceive us and receive us, nor the opposite of those. Because just like there's a up, there's a down, a left to a right, a in to a out, duality and polarity play a big part in our everyday existence, but yet we're existing on a linear plane, and that's why we're so caught up. And then we get into the 3D and we just start falling over everything because we ain't got no width to us.
Mm.
That was fire. That was
Yeah.
fire. You
So
want me to get it? You want me to? No, you want me to touch it back?
yeah,
Touch it back.
oh,
Run it
let me
back,
know you
yo, man.
understand what I'm saying,
Nah,
and
nah.
take it deeper into a different
Yeah.
understanding. Yeah, let me know.
Nah, we need that. I think your perception of how you express the information that I shared, and you combine it with your understanding of life, and it just makes so much sense. You know, that's it. Like, I think we're a combination of each other once we get around each other.
Facts. And if you don't fit in, you're not gonna be comfortable.
That sounds real heavy.
Yes.
You're not gonna be. You're gonna feel like you got broken limbs, like everybody attacking you. You know them people.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You
Definitely.
be like, you knew damn well you shouldn't have came in the room with all the intelligent people.
You ain't lying, yeah.
You can't be around intellect and be a real dummy.
That's serious. So let me continue. What I was talking about for everybody that's just coming in, I was talking about the Messiah's journey. You know, of finding himself, or you want to say herself, because I want you to put yourself in it, and I don't want this to be, you know, just talking about a male character, because someone would think that the Messiah is just simply meaning a male character. All right? A Messiah is a designation of a purpose. And we're here to fulfill that purpose as Messiahs. Okay? No matter where you are on the planet. Now remember, a Messiah is a leader or a savior of a particular group or cause. You know, I have a brother here from Gambia, Africa, that expresses how he has to express it, but you are somewhere else in your corner of the world. And you must express your message to the people, to raise the people up. Okay? It's going to take literally a network of what we express to this world to change it. Okay? We have to operate and be fused on one reality. Okay? I have a special guest that's coming in. I see him in the background, brother Omni Omnis. Shout out.
Peace, peace, peace.
Peace, bro. I see you in the building.
I see you.
Yeah, peace, bro.
Yes.
Greetings, greetings. Love and light.
Greetings.
Yeah. How you
see.
doing?
Love and light.
I see
You know, our family is strong, bro, and we're all over the world. We're all over the planet, and you know, I like to formally introduce you to my wife, Thea Lamel, and my
Peace,
sister,
right now.
Akshita Vita, and my
Right.
brother
I see you. I
from
see you.
Gambia, Africa, Ali Jawu. This is brother Omni Omnis.
Peace, peace.
doing?
Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love.
Talk to us, bro, man. How you feeling, man? You know, talk to us, bro.
Everything nice, brother. It's a beautiful time. You know what I'm saying? We're in a beautiful space. We got a supernatural event going on tomorrow, and hopefully we all can attend. I know I'm gonna be out there, and I just plan to build on a little bit of astrology, a little bit of numerology, and
Okay.
and you know that's what we on.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You gonna see the eclipse tomorrow?
Yeah, you ain't gotta try to put it on the table. That's true. I don't really.
Hey, bro, I can't hear you, bro. Are you to the eclipse? Are you close to the eclipse?
So in North Carolina, we get 85% totality.
Okay.
85% totality.
Yes,
Wow.
sir.
I think we get 80 here, right? No, we don't get 80.
Okay. Where
No,
y'all at?
No,
no, we
we're
don't get.
in
I wish.
Tampa,
I
Florida,
wish we
man.
don't get 80. Yeah,
Oh,
we
We
Tampa.
don't.
ain't gonna get none of that.
I know. I
Okay.
know.
What y'all get? What's y'all
let
totality?
let me finish my bill, bro, and I got you.
Okay.
We on day 67 because we're on a 90-day water fast and cleansing. I know you've been following the movement, and you know it's like we don't force nobody to do the fast. If you do it, you do it. We're not going to hate you if you're not. That's not going to exclude you from, you know what I mean, our friendship or whatever, how we support each other. You know what I'm saying? I just want people to get that. People that be like, okay, you know. But we're on day 67, and
Okay.
what we was doing is we was having a build expressing what the number 67 means, because the number 67 connects up to the body of resurrection, or what we call the esoteric body of the Messiah. Now you
Okay.
have two bodies. One body is considered to be the body of manifestation, which is a body part that we take collectively, all right, as the Messiah. And then you have a body of resurrection, which is a body that is, I would say, it would be your upgraded body from what you are right now. Okay? And each number is associated with the idea of the enlightenment of this consciousness, how this consciousness raises itself. All right? And all the tests that it undergo. Okay? So we was on day 67, and day 67, you know what portion of the body it guards is gonna blow your mind, bro.
What's that?
I ain't gonna give you that, but it guards the left finger, the left middle finger.
Oh wow.
Because you got 60. 60 is your left heart. You got 60 your left heart, and then 61, and then 62, because you got two muscles that are associated with the shoulder. You got the deltoid, and then you got the rotator cuff. So that's why those two numbers are broken down in two. So you got 61 and 62, and then 63 would represent the bicep. 64 is the forearm, 64 arm, and then 65 would be the thumb. 66 would be the point in the finger. That's 66. 67
Okay.
is this, all right, which is,
Oh man.
yeah, it's 67 is called the noble wraith. Now this is it's a good but bad finger, basically, when we say 67, because noble wraith is what we consider to be like the enemy of this day and time, because it was a devil, but according to the book of Revelations, it was also someone that was released from the bottomless pit when we came into this new age, all right, and that is what we consider to be the wraith, which is a greater devil than the devil before. The other devil turned in his card.
Okay. So
You
look,
know what I'm saying? He want to get down with us to really take down this other greater devil, and then we'll figure out the fight later. That's what it's really all
Man,
about.
ooh, that could be a good movie.
gotcha.
That could be a good movie. Think about it, okay? I'm gonna need you to take a note of that. That could be a movie, and we can write it together.
We
Hey,
gotta write that one.
hey,
Oh my
brother.
god.
Hey, look, I wanted to speak towards what you were saying about the humanity or human beings having three dimensions to
Go
themselves,
ahead.
like three aspects of like the soul, the spirit, and then the body.
Okay, let's get it. Let me
You
hear.
know what
Let
I'm
me hear
saying?
some of that. I want to hear some of that.
Yeah, the soul, the spirit, and the body. I believe in that. There's three dimensions to humanity.
Okay.
And I believe it correlates to like the science of physics. When you know there's an electron, there's a proton, there's a neutron.
Okay. I like
And
this. I like where this is going. This is really
then
going good.
the Holy Trinity in Kemetic Egypt, the Europeans, they call it Egypt. The Greeks call it Egypt. But The original name is Kemet, which stands for the land of black and fertile soil.
Let's go.
Or the name of the land of the beloved. So anyway, it's a blessed land.
Tom Mary, when you say the land of the beloved, you're saying Tom Mary, right?
Yes, sir.
Ha, I got you. I'm following you. Let's go. Let's go. I just wanted to get. I want to follow your build. Let's get it. Come
already
on.
Appreciate the love, brother. So there is an expression of this in Egypt with the father, the mother, and the son. When you got the story of Heru, Aset, and Osiris, if I'm saying it correctly. I know there's a Greek representation, and then there's a Kemetic representation. But there's three main characters, and that's the mother, the father, and the child. So you have your divine masculine, your divine feminine, and then they come together as one to create, the combination of both. So 3 is a very important number. Yes. My favorite basketball player was Allen Iverson.
Okay.
You got the answers, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So 3 is a very intricate number in the universe. Sure.
Oh man, wow, that was like fire. I love it. Akshita, what you gotta say? What you gotta say about that?
Who?
What he said. I mean, what he was talking about.
I'm sitting there listening and I'm blown away as he's speaking, because he's speaking my language, because that's what it's all about. It's getting back to the Holy Trinity. That's what the matriarch is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Come on.
You can't understand the matriarch.
Come on.
Understand that right there, specifically what you said. So Lazarus, you got to clip that and use that so people can play it over and over again on all platforms.
Put that on instant replay.
Exactly. So
instant replay.
And get to that, because that is where we are supposed to be.
That's right.
But we're still stuck in this society and world of arguing against self on what we know to be fact and true, but because we don't see many examples of it, we question it, and we don't move fast forward into it. We move with hesitation.
That's right.
2 steps forward and 2 steps back.
True.
But we supposed to come together because opposites attract.
Bars. We glitching. Oh man, bars. That was crazy.
Hey, so look, family. One more thing.
Come on, give me some.
In comparison to the Christianity, their Holy Trinity is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And so the difference between the African version and the European version is that there's no divine feminine.
Facts. And that's the reason why we're in the rise of the matriarch. Yes, you are saying it. You saying what the men's ears needs to hear so they can tune in, because you see, a man that's out of order is going to have a woman who's out of order.
It all goes hand in hand, so I agree. Yes. I do 100%.
Absolutely.
Oh man. Y'all got me at church right now screaming hallelujah.
Yes, indeed. Hallelujah. Praise Almighty.
Hey, look, too though. Even when we say amen is in reference to the sun god Ra-Amen.
And so, right.
And so, that's right. And so, I feel like the Bible is ancient revised literature. So there's concept that existed before colonialism by ancient societies. And they pretty much pieced the Bible together from their ideas and from their pre-existing, stories. You feel me? So,
what about this? Let me ask you a question. You said amen deals with Amun, but what about Anun? Because a lot of people don't know that you got actually 4 suns. It's not 3. It's actually, you got Atum, which is the undifferentiated one, which is the first sun, and then you got Atun, which is the high sun. All right, and then you got Amun. I mean Amun, Amen, right, which is the setting sun.
Sunset.
But then you got the most high sun, or the highest sun, which is at the bottom, because the sun is at 4 points in direction, in its cardinal direction. You know, and when you go to the bottom, like when people go to pray, they're giving reference to the hidden sun that's beneath, but that represents the most high because it's at its highest point. Even though you consider yourself at your lowest point, you really touching the sun at its highest point, because it's in darkness. It's in the darkness of the womb, but it's moving through, and it's at a cardinal point at its highest state at a 90-degree angle. You feel me?
Look,
but it's not above you, it's below you.
because we came here upside down, so we started there. So it has to be highest. It's only
Actually true
it's
though.
based on perspective.
That's why I said Anun, because Anun is really the primordial waters. Noon, Anun. But Anu is really Anu, meaning the most high. Anun, because in Samaria they would say Anu, but it was also a city, you know, that was dedicated to Anu, that they call Heliopolis. You know, the Greeks called it Heliopolis.
Well,
But
this
they
is why
said
it's
it was
noon
the city
time,
of the
and it
sun.
doesn't make sense to 12 o'clock why you would call it noon.
Facts.
Noon, because they giving reference to Anun.
Yes, but
Anun.
they're not telling you what they're saying, because see, we have to give praise. We have to give praise to our ancestors, and those are the sun gods and goddesses that came with the moon and the sun, that have no body. That which exists with or without us, before and will after us.
Right.
So of
Hey,
course
yo.
we have to give it praise, but we don't know that the praise that we're giving it is going towards an energy and an agenda that has nothing to do with we the people.
Talk
Fact.
about it.
Yeah, we're gonna get back on track. You know what I'm saying? We're not where we want to be, but I think it's getting a little bit better. You feel me? Because a lot of people are inquisitive, and they want to know. And so it's the age of enlightenment. We're in a new age, new season. You know what I'm saying? So that's the upside of it. You know?
Facts.
Yeah.
Hey, I got an exercise for everyone. You know, because I really think that what we're living here is really a higher experience of something else. Okay? And you can hear with your eyes. I mean, excuse me, hear with your ears and see with your eyes, right? And you feel. Y'all are, everyone is doing that as we speak. But if I say something like this, say I am great, but don't say it out loud. Just say it in your head. Can you still hear it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, most definitely.
Has Ali Jawul, can you hear it, bro? I don't know if it can. Can you hear it, bro?
He just be smiling.
Yeah.
We may not be able to hear it.
Yeah, I know his signal be going in and out. So
Yeah,
I know. So that's
we
what
working.
delay.
We working with Gambia, Africa right now.
Yeah.
If you say I am great in your head, can you hear it?
Yes,
We may
sir.
not be able to hear you. Well,
Yeah, I can hear it loud.
oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
but can you hear yourself? Can you hear your mind? Can you hear yourself? Can you say in your head, I
Yeah, I
am
can hear
great?
myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
very
I know
well.
I'm not
great.
crazy.
Yeah.
I know I'm not
Yeah.
crazy here.
No.
I know I'm not crazy.
Yeah, no.
I just heard myself say in my head, I am great. So I know I am not crazy here. Okay, we got other people that heard it in their head. Now, how the freak did you hear a sound in your head or in your mind and you don't got no ears for your mind? Yo, this is going deep. What about this? I tell y'all what. Let's imagine something. I'm not going to say anybody imagine what to imagine, but everybody imagine something that will make you happy right now.
Okay. I'm really great, bro. As you can see, I have
Imagine.
told you. The
See it in
movement
your
is very, very
head.
fast. My head. It's
Yes.
very powerful on my head. I can feel it right now.
See what would make you happy. What would make you happy right now? Just see it. Just see what would make you happy.
At this point in time.
Did you have eyes to see that event? What eyes was you using to see it? Now, me, I'm going to tell you what I saw. I saw me and my kids all together barbecuing, just enjoying a good time together. And I was loving them and I was hugging them. You know what I'm saying? And I was laughing, enjoying with my kids, the older ones, my grandchildren. Oh, man, I was just chilling, man.
Right.
That made me happy for that moment of thought.
That's right.
I didn't have any eyes, but I seen it. And whatever.
That's why I think it's called envision. Like you envisioned it, you saw it in your head.
That's right. So look, family.
Go ahead.
What y'all think about telepathy? Like, I feel like that's kind of what you're speaking towards, like telepathy, because it's like communication without verbalizing. Like it's a thought communication. And so when you're thinking and you're envisioning, you're sending off electrical impulses through your nerve cells, and so it's kind of like an electromagnetic phenomenon. So if God had a language, I would say it would be sound and light.
Yes.
And those expressions of electromagnetism, we use those things in thinking and when we vocalize. But before indeed. But before you vocalize, the root of communication is thought. So you're going to think and then you're going to verbalize. So the highest form of communication, I would think, would be thought. You feel me? And even in writing, when you make a book, we can read books. That's good. They have ideas from others, from people who have researched, who have looked in certain areas of information. But let's realize that every book that has ever been written has come from some type of thought. You feel me? Maybe an original thought, or it may not be. You feel me? But yeah, it's we most definitely want to read, but don't forget to look for that natural observation. Make sure that you comparing, you contrasting, and you just trying to make sure that the puzzle fits. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my little filtration system.
Okay.
That was nice.
Okay.
So yeah, like I was saying, y'all, you was able to hear and you was able to see. If you was able to hear and you was able to see, sometimes I can go to your dream state. You can even feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So obviously you have another body that's inside this body.
Wow.
And then you got to ask yourself, who was talking and who was listening?
Facts.
Wow.
Who was talking
after a while we don't ask them questions no more because we friends now. I want the best for you like you want the best for me.
We friends now. We got a partnership in this. We got a partnership in this one.
Right. Great fusion of higher self and lower self. And the spiritual aspect of yourself and to the physical aspect. Because like I said before, we come from somewhere before this body manifested into matter.
Right.
That's the only reason we matter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so brother, Omni Omnis, what you got for us, bro? What you got? I know you got some knowledge. I know you got some bullets in your clip. Man, give us some fire real quick, bro. Come on,
He
bro.
been dropping fire. What do you want him to
I
burn the
want
house down?
I want him to set it up. I want him to go in. First of all, why are you named Omni Omnis? Why did you name yourself that?
I was meditating. I was in thought. I was in deep thought one day, and I was actually going through a lot in my life at the time, and that's when I found spirituality. You feel me? I think I've always had it, but that's when I dove deep, and I was just thinking about if I could be anything, like if I could be anything, you know, what would I be? And then the thought came up of like, you know, being omniscient or omnipresent,
Okay.
omniscient. And so
Okay,
I
I
feel
see
like,
where we going with this.
yeah, I feel like the universe is omniscient, you know, all knowing, all seeing,
Yes.
everywhere. The energy is everywhere, all times.
Yes.
I hear the word Om when I hear that word
Um,
Om and Om.
um,
Yeah, it's
Om.
kind of like, so omni is singular, and then omnis, it's like the duality, you know, it's like of many. And
Okay.
so it's kind of like a parable too. The name is kind of like a parable.
I get it, but I'm here. I'm sorry. It's like you saying you identify with yourself singularly, but you are also so much more if you look into the picture. So you have to understand there's a little me and a much greater me.
Facts.
Oh,
And,
wow.
and
That
that's
was
for
eloquent.
all of us. You know what I'm saying?
That was
Yeah,
eloquent.
right. Facts.
Ah. Yeah, so what about your journey? So, you know, how long have you been studying? You know, you got a family, you know, talk to us, man. You know, what is your message about and what is what is your goal more or less?
So I've been researching for like 7 years now.
Okay.
And we're having the solar eclipse tomorrow, and it's actually 7 years from the first eclipse that we had in 2017.
Right.
And so
In
that's when,
17, Lazarus,
yeah, that's when I started. I started around that time.
we just talked about, you see, you backseat confirmation.
2017.
But yeah, numbers do have meaning. You know what I'm saying? I do believe
You're
numbers have
right.
meaning.
You're right.
But yeah, I've been teaching for 7 years now. And I'm getting more active than I've been in the past. But the reason I do it is it's an outlet for my spirit and for my mind, because I think a lot. So I like to, you know, try to help resolve some issues in the world. You know what I'm saying? So I pretty much consider myself to be a researcher, but I'm also like a natural scientist. So the science that I study is rooted in naturalism. So all different aspects of nature would be bodies of disciplines that I study.
Okay. So let me take it deep. Let's take it deep, bro. So what about what drives you, man? What is your pain, man? You know, a lot of us went through a little bit of pain. A lot of us went through certain situations. In a brief small dialogue, man. Tell us like, you know, something that you went through that made you had to push forward to really go with what you represent, because somebody probably would question what you represent every time, you know, when one decides to become whatever they're becoming. So I know you had a bunch of challenges along the way. Tell us about something, bro.
Yeah, I've had challenges. You know, we've all had to face some type of adversity along the way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina.
My family is too.
Okay. All right, Raleigh in the building. I see. Okay, but yeah. So yeah, Raleigh, North Carolina. It's my origin. My peoples was like big time religious coming up, but you know, I come from the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying, and I've seen I've seen, drugs. I've seen violence. Police brutality. I've seen all that. You know what I'm saying? I've been to jail. You know what I'm saying, a couple of times. I don't think I'm a bad guy or a bad soul, but I believe politics plays a role in that because I'm a young black man, and
Okay.
in the European Eurocentric society.
Okay.
And so I'm not surprised about that. But I'm big on education. Like I said, I think it got something to do with my astrology. My air sign is Libra. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a very like mental and intellectual driven type of person. And so my lens for life is thinking, and then my cusp is Scorpio, and so I'm also a filler. And
Okay.
so I like to try to help if I can. I think I'm a pretty empathic person for the most part. Um, but yeah, those are my lenses for the
That's
world.
hot, man. That was
You feel
good,
me?
man. That was good. I'm asking you these questions on the fly, man.
Mhm.
I didn't throw you no cards or nothing, but I would like to get to know you a little bit better, and I would like the family to get to know you as well.
Okay.
I would think people that are connecting with our message, people that are connecting with the ideas that we represent, are
Mhm.
family. They're familiar. How we
Fact.
say it in Body can, but and
Yeah.
I just knowing somebody, knowing their strife, their pain. I consider a Messiah. We have marks that represent a Messiah, and the marks of a Messiah are the battle wounds that we have that we survive through.
Mm-hmm.
That represents the idea of the mark of a Messiah. It shows what we've been through, the experience that we went through, sharing this information of what the world that we want to change. You
That's
know.
right.
So let me ask you another question real quick. Just real quick. Do you are you a person that subscribes to flat Earth or round Earth? I don't know.
Wow.
Nah, man.
This,
I've heard it.
this subject.
I've heard
I
of it.
know
Too.
that is what it is. This is the
Nah,
first-
bro. He trying to get something started, man.
Yeah,
Listen.
I want to
ain't
know.
lying.
Is it flat Earth or round Earth?
Nah,
You don't have to go deep.
I ain't gonna
You
go
can say no comment. No comment.
like,
That would be my
I'm gonna
answer.
let y'all argue
That would
about
be
that.
my answer. No comment. That would definitely be my
I'm gonna let y'all argue about that.
Look, I don't stop arguing about stuff like that now because you know
Yeah.
what, you can believe whatever you want to believe. You can't believe what's right in front
My
of you.
universe might be flat, yours might be round. Like,
Exactly. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Oh my
saying?
God, I know that was a
Yes.
filler, but I had to
Yes,
do it,
I'm-
man. I had to do it for
Yeah.
everybody.
but now I've heard the theory before though, but I don't subscribe to it. I feel like it goes against the structure of science and creation. Like
Okay.
if the earth was flat and everything was, we should see everything in 2D. Human beings should be 2D. Everything around you should be 2D.
I never heard nobody say it like that.
We live in a 3D.
That was yo. That
reality.
is funny. You saying it like that is funny.
Yeah, word, bro.
But what
Like,
about when they talk about when somebody is on a plane, right?
Oh, yeah,
And they say the
that
Earth
theory.
is going like 1,000 miles something an hour, right?
Yeah.
And it's spinning.
Oh God.
And you
Yes,
on a
that
plane and
theory.
you going west, you'll never get there because the Earth is still spinning.
fact, because it's circular.
Or
It's-
they say that and that shit'll make you think. You be like, hold up, and then you and then you combat it with like, yo, when you know how they have a eclipse, why you never see a straight line on the moon?
that would be
Like if the Earth was
I'm
flat,
messing with
like a
that.
straight line.
I'm not even messing with that.
I don't want to know, but I'm arguing with myself right now, which is I'm trying to figure this shit out. I'm not worried about it, but yo, I just want to have a little filler, yo. Yo, bro, give us some knowledge though. Teach us something real quick.
Y'all have said it's shaped like a sphere.
so,
Plane. Isn't it
yeah.
shaped like a sphere with a flat plane?
I
It's
feel like
what?
I don't know, y'all. This is her. She said, isn't it shaped like a sphere with
Flat
a flat?
plane.
Yeah, from the
Don't let me start explaining it. I'm
Look,
not
them
going to.
people
This
come
is
alive
not
right.
my build right now.
on the surface, you might.
Hey.
I feel like this, family. A Neanderthal came out the cave one day,
Okay.
and they looked around and they was on the surface of the earth, and they said that the earth was flat because they didn't have enough understanding to see. You know what I'm saying? Like the earth holistically. Like you're not educated, you're new people, you coming out the cave, and you don't understand the way that the earth is. Like you don't understand the science of the earth. And so, like I
Everything
said, I
starts
feel like
ground zero.
if it was
Hey,
flat, then
bro.
it should be too deep. You know what I'm saying? But
Hey, bro, man. That's a
So
whole
if the
nother
Earth
time.
was flat, would the other planets be flat too? Would they be flat?
it would.
Oh
That
wow!
was that's another one. So
Wow.
let's not go there because that's off topic.
Yeah.
That's off topic.
Yeah.
But I had to ask you that question just to test your mind, real quick.
Wow.
But give us some knowledge, man. Give us some knowledge. Give us
All
some
right.
information. Do you got anything to share with us? Let's go.
All right. So before I came on, family, I was doing a little bit of research, like some mathematics on astrological age, because
Okay.
tomorrow, to my understanding, marks the completion of not a 2,160-year cycle. And a 2,160-year cycle is what they call the astrological age. So it represents the time frame of our solar system transitioning from one star group constellation, a certain region in the galaxy, to another. And every constellation is 30 degrees apart. So it takes 2,160 years to clear 30 degrees. All right? So if you go back, I did the math for my joint. Let me make sure it's right. I know it's right though. Watch this. Okay. Yeah. So 2,160 years, right, is an astrological age. People say that we're in the age of Aquarius. I say that we're in the age of Aries. And I have a whole build on it. You know what I'm saying? I have a build on my channel about it. I feel like the Europeans was trying to like mislead us about that. Like, because I understand that we had the ice age 10,000 years ago. And then you see with natural observation, we read, we research, but we got to make sure we have natural observation. 10,000 years ago, we had an ice age. And now we see global warming, where the earth is changing, the climate is changing. In the same way they talk about Christmas saying that the new year is in January, right? When we're still in Capricorn, right? Which I ain't got nothing against the Caps, but based on the astrology, we're still in the winter, in the season cycle, because the spring doesn't start until April, until the end of March. That's when you see the pollination. That's when you see the plants trying to reproduce. So we understand what they're saying, but then we have to make sure we see it lining up with natural observation. So when we look in space, when we look in the sky, we see the seasons match. When you see, so the new year is March, I think it's March 21st. So that's the real new year. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, based on the astrological age concept, 2,160 years, 2 times, takes you back to 2024 BCE. And right now we're in year 2024.
Get out of here.
So it lines up exactly. So when you see the eclipse, like I said, make sure our information is lining up with natural observation. We're going to see a completion tomorrow. We're going to see the 2 celestial bodies align right in time. Right in time with this concept of the astrological age. So every astrological age, there's major social, political, and climatic changes. And so we see that there's change in the climate. We see the stuff going on, stuff going on with politics in the world. And so we're on the brink of a transition. And it's a big day for everybody. So can't wait to see it. Can't wait to be a part of it, man.
Wow.
The fact that you even studying in that much depth You know what I'm saying? It's like I wish I had that type of energy and resources, and I'm so grateful for the ones who have that inclination to do such a thing are actually doing it. So it is a honor to be in your presence today, and
Thank you,
I'm
love.
grateful that you showed up here today with your mind ready to share information that we all need to hear and get in tune with, because see, this is the stuff that we need to be talking about. Everything they got going on is taking us further away from our own vision of what we see right in front of us. This goes right back into the beginning of the conversation, how we started out talking.
Mhm.
So it's in alignment, even though we not all over the place. That ain't it. It's just that we're able to bounce from one angle to another angle, and we still on the same star.
Right. That's right. I appreciate the love, Queen. I really do. I'm honored to be here and to be able to, build with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So and right before the eclipse too, because me and brother
Right.
me and brother Lamel, we did a build in 2020. And 4 years later, you know what I'm saying, right before the eclipse, you know what I'm saying, here we are. Again,
Wow.
I appreciate the brother for having me on.
Hey man, I really wanted to hear your expression of how the universe, you know, lives through you. You know what I mean?
Most definitely, most definitely. Yeah, I'm most definitely. I feel like I am an embodiment of the universe, and that all knowledge, all understanding can be obtained, but you just got to reach for it. And I believe that it's in us, and that we all have the ability to connect to the divine. And all we got to do is just think about it and reach for it. It'll come to you. You feel me?
Thanks.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. Continue with your build.
Yes, sir. So like I said, the 2,160 years, two times would place us um from, like I said, so every constellation is 30 degrees. So we go back. So we're in, so let's say that, so we're in the constellation of Pisces. We were in Pisces, right? And so Pisces, Aquarius, right? So I'm saying we move forward 60 degrees. That puts you in Aries. And the reason why I say that is because I know the constellation of Aries is in the north, and the constellation of Aquarius is in the south. And considering that we're progressing along the galactic plane, like I said, they call it the Great Year. The Mayans talked about it. It's supposed to, like I said, it's supposed to be a completion of a big cycle.
Mm-hmm.
The global warming is consistent with the age of Aries. It's not consistent with the age of Aquarius, which would be a colder age because it's in the south. And so,
Man,
to my
that's like,
understanding, over time, the climatic changes is due to the ages and where we are in the galaxy, as our solar system navigates a 360-degree, cycle. You feel me? And so, like I said, every constellation is 30 degrees. 30 degrees times 12 is 360. And
Okay.
so we're traveling along the galactic plane, and there's going to be different changes. And I feel like just because they say it's the age of Aquarius, it don't mean we got to just go with it. And I'm one of them type of people that don't mind going against the grain. And so I listen. You feel me? I listen. I try. I'm not that type of person. I listen to ideas. Somebody got a stance on something. Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna go and do some research on it. And from my research, that's not consistent with global warming. That it would be global cooling if we were in the age of Aquarius, because it's in the south, and Aries is located in the north. And once we hit Aries, like I said, that's spring. That's the beginning of the cycle in the seasons of the earth.
So you're observing this from the Earth. You're saying from the Earth, you observe that Aries is at northern, and then you're saying that Aquarius is southern.
Yes, sir.
All right. So now, when you talk, when Pisces is in between Aries and Aquarius,
Facts.
right? Right. So you're saying the clock is moving this way instead of this way?
The opposite way. The opposite way that the European is saying that it's moving.
Okay.
Man, come on. Look, I don't mean to cut you off, but I have to say this. I was just this video just popped back up into my feed, and I haven't seen this video since he originally did it. But Frank Burrell went to the museum in St. Louis and he documented all of this information. And a part of that information that was so significant to this conversation right here is because the map that was shown on the compass that was shown on a map that was established in 1904 was flipped. The east was the west and vice versa, and the north was the south. So we're flipped around and upside down. So if we don't understand which way time is really going, is why we're aging. That was just what I put into it just then.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, I got you.
All right. So I got another question for you. So give me some more information besides the point of, you said the idea of the eclipse is 7 years past the one that was 2017, which happened August 21st.
August 21st. I was standing
That's
outside
correct.
watching the whole thing. No solar eclipse glasses. That's based on the Greek astronomer. What's his name? Galileo. Galileo, they say he went blind from observing the total solar eclipse. And I guess because, the difference between the biology of blacks and whites is different. Like some people get sun cancer, it's called melanoma skin cancer.
Right.
And the root word of it is melanin. Melanin is in that word. So anyway, it's a tumorous cancer that happens from sunlight exposure. And when they tell everybody to wear sun what is it? Sun goggles.
That's the what's the names for
Solar eclipse
the
glasses.
solar eclipse
Yeah, solar
glasses?
eclipse glasses.
I never wore them. I never wore. I watched the sun in 2 to 3 minute increments in 2017, and I did not go blind.
Wow.
Okay. So no. All right. So we talking about that part. 7 year cycle. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving forward to this period, and
Right.
and you're saying that this marks the age of a new age. Now somebody could interpret it as Aquarius. Someone could interpret it as Aries.
Right.
Either way, it's a
It's a
new
new age.
something. It's something, a transference or something, right?
Facts.
Okay.
Transformation.
All right. I just wanted to make sure we on the same page. So now, what do you say about the numbers that are associated with this? Because they say that it's 4.8, and then they said it was an earthquake that happened in New York, and it
I
was
heard about that.
4.8 on a Richter scale.
Oh man.
I'm serious. It was an
Yeah.
earthquake
Yeah.
in New York that was 4.8 on a Richter scale. So
Correct.
4.8 is the same number of the date of the solar eclipse.
Facts.
So do you think
That's
there's
crazy.
any association? Yeah. And then
I
when
didn't
you
know
look at
that.
the numbers, what is tomorrow's date in a codex? Forget their numbers, because crack the code. What is the date in a codex? Thea Lamel.
Let me get that.
All right, that'll be hot.
All right.
But anyhow, what do you say about those numbers? 4, it goes 8, and then it goes 24. 2 times 4 is 8. Or they can put a whole bunch of 4s in there, or you can say it's all divisible by 2. How do you feel about those numbers? 4, 8, 24.
4, 8, and 24.
Yeah, are there any association with the build that you talking about, or any discussion? Or those numbers, do they do anything for you? Because I heard you talking about the cycles changing, but I didn't heard a lot of other people spooking me the hell out. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like,
Yeah,
they
nah,
got apocalypse. They got people jumping out windows. Yo, you ain't
crazy.
see the news, bro. They
Yeah.
got people jumping out. They got Christians talking about it's the rapture. They got people jumping out the windows. Like, for real, I ain't gonna
Yes,
lie to
ma'am.
you. And it
Right.
doesn't say that in no Bible I know that it's saying eclipse jump out the freaking window.
Right.
I don't know if
Um,
they going to get wings or something, but
uh,
yeah, like does the numbers do anything for you?
man, the way I look at it is, I'm looking for like certain prime numbers to understand like the significance of something. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
only
Like,
neutral prime numbers in that. It's only numbers that are visible by two.
yeah, I know. I see that. I feel like I said, man, it's a big thing for me, for y'all, for all our people, and I
Yeah.
think everybody need to be a part of it, man. And drink water. Try to not be too acidic. Try not to, you know what I'm saying, smoke and drink or whatever you're doing. Too much of that. Make sure you know what I'm saying, you cleanse and you pure and you in alignment. You because you want to be one with nature, and that's what melanin is about. Is our connection to the quantum realm. It's a solar cell. Like melanin is a solar cell. It's made for absorbing and conducting sunlight. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
said quantum. Now you're talking my language. You're talking my language. How do you apply quantum theory or quantum anything that the idea of quantum? Because when we talk about quantum, we talk about a principle of uncertainty. And simple binary is yes or no, but then you have a uncertainty principle. Also, you
true. That's
have
true.
what they call quantum entanglement,
Right.
where I can affect something can affect me, and it can affect you, and we can be at the same in different places, but it affects us at the same time, which is
Right.
quantum entanglement.
Right.
How would you associate this information, this type of information, with the ideas that you presented to us as well?
Quantum entanglement, like you said, is about the interaction between particles at a very, very large distance. And so, even though we're on the Earth, we still have a physical connection to things that are out of space. And like I said, our melanin is the conduit for connecting with those types of energies. And Dr. Leonard Jeffries, he spoke about it. He got this thing called the melanin theory that
Mm.
Okay.
proposes people of African descent have a greater connection to nature and to the universe because they have higher levels of melanin. And like I said, melanin is a solar cell. So we are genetically a solar people. We're not just earthly, like we originate from space. You know what I'm saying? And so we do have a connection to things that are beyond the earthly, the earthly plane. And so, we are a special people. And if there is a chosen people, I believe that would be the reason, the reason why.
Uh, so question, just building on your idea of melanin. So, would you think different hues of melanin reflect the light or interpret the light in a different way?
So to my understanding, color is chemical composition. And so when we have a certain phenotypical trait, it's due to our genetic predisposition. You know what I'm saying? And so there are different variations of melanin and blackness. We have African Americans, we got Africans, we got Afro Asians, Afro Latinos, Afro Indians I've seen. But all of those people can be traced back to of African origins. And so you can call them whatever you want to call them because they're Indian. You might want to call them an Indian, but the man is black. He has solar cells. His genetics can be traced back to, quantum origin. And so I believe, like I said, that the melanin is our connection to the divine. And that's why we've been able to be so spiritual and achieve so many contributions historically, like the Phoenicians with the first alphabetic writing system. You feel
Mm.
me? Those are Africans, sub-Saharan Africans. Um, the calendar system with the Kemetic Egyptians. You feel me? Being able to calculate the movements of the earth, of the moon. That's intelligence. Like we needed that foundation to have a civilization. Without those basic understandings, we couldn't even move forward, as a civilized people.
Mhm.
And so our melanin, I feel like, you know, Leonard Jeffries, his theory is accurate. I feel like it's true. But there are people, Eurocentric scholars, who they don't agree with him. They call him pseudoscientific, call the man the quack, all type of different stuff. But yeah, I believe it's
Okay,
true. I believe it's true, man.
that's what's up. So all right, so give us a conclusion. Give us a drop, bro. Um, to I would say anchor your message.
Mhm.
Because the reason why I asked you about the melanin, because like let's say if you see a what do you call that, a prism, and the prism, what comes through the prism is darkness, or it's white light, right? Something like that, and then it turns into all these colors.
Yeah, light is absorbed and then it's dispersed. It's like absorbed and released. But yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard of that before.
yeah. I was thinking. What I'm saying is like because you got different people in different portions of the world that look totally different.
Mhm.
And like we got people over this side of the planet that charted the stars as well, and
Right.
that knew the earth was
Mhm.
round, that they knew about the galaxy, and they knew about the constellations,
Right.
and
No telescope or nothing though, just natural observation. You
yes
feel me?
sir, yes sir. And I'm looking at different people from different origins of the world that are melanin associated.
Mhm.
Now everybody has a certain degree of melanin.
True.
Even white people have melanin.
True.
Okay, how like and I would say that they receive the degree the light differently, just like Hindu people receive the light differently, just like Australian people receive the light differently, and they
Mhm.
express that light in a certain way. you
Mhm.
know um is there something like a great light? Is there like or a great people, or is there something like a great society that you would call ancient, that represents all people?
Well, I believe in the out of Africa theory, which is the explanation of human migration patterns, and that all races can be traced back to African origins. And
Okay.
so I believe that's true. Um, but yeah, all life, yeah, it traces back
They
to
did
an
that with the
origin.
Y chromosome. I did some study on that. The
Hmm.
traveling of the Y chromosome.
Hmm.
How it cradled from uh, South Africa, South West Africa, and
Hmm.
moved on up. It's a theory about that, but
Okay.
like how the people travel, the men travel, because you can trace the Y chromosome all the way
Hmm.
up from West Africa up to Saudi Arabia,
Hmm.
to mid China, all of that, and then going down to Alaska, and traveling down the
Hmm.
Americas. You know, but that's like thousands and thousands and
That,
thousands and thousands and thousands of years. It is a theory that people say that we came from Africa, but it's also a theory that saying that we never left here.
mhm.
We not.
Well, like I said, we're the oldest people on the planet, and chronologically, you can trace all races back to a certain origin. So the thing with people of African descent is you can trace us back further in time. With certain other races, you can only trace them back to a certain point, and then
Facts.
they don't exist.
Facts.
You feel
Okay.
me?
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying though. Like, I get that, I get that, the idea that the mothers and fathers, but I'm saying like they said that we never left here.
Hmm.
Like people
Like
say
we
that
were
we came
here.
from,
Like
yeah, like
Like we
blacks
originated
in
from
Africa,
here.
people say that we came from Africa. Some
like
people
Uh-huh.
say that we came from Africa, right? A
Uh-huh.
lot of us have African descent, but at one point this was one landmass. So it's another argument
Yeah.
that supports that we never left here.
Yeah.
Got you.
We
True.
never
Got
left this place.
We're
got
the
You know
ones
what I'm
not
saying?
telling our story yet. Everybody else's story, our story has been rewritten, and the narrative has changed about where we come from and how we exist, even to how we call ourselves. We don't even know our true identity because we are argue over who we truly are rather than what they told us we are. You created that category.
Facts. Facts. Yeah, I don't believe we're African Americans. You know what I'm saying? I believe we're indigenous peoples. That's the word that I would use. Like
I
we're
like. Okay.
indigenous peoples,
Okay, I
and
like that.
we're all over the planet. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that.
I like
I
that.
like that.
Yes, since we're the oldest people,
Right. It
we
would
were the
make
first.
sense.
We were the first people to navigate, to travel, to explore
Mhm.
different places.
That would make
And
sense.
so we're everywhere. I believe that I don't believe in the the people in America are from necessarily like directly from Africa. I believe that
Right.
we're people already
Like you said
over
here.
here.
All
Yeah.
right. So what about this? The theory that if you have a child, right? You want your child to what? Do better than you.
Facts.
I would think.
True.
And if let's say we're talking about quote unquote other races of people, right? That came from the melanin stock, if they're the children, would not we want them to do things that we would want our children to do?
Oh, okay. Okay. I
I'm
understand.
just saying, like, it's because it's an argument that, I mean, you can go to the mutation, you can look at the mutation of the Y chromosome, how it mutated throughout the years, and even in the Ice Age, and you can say that they came from Africa, but they represent the children of Africa, and obviously, I would want my children to do something greater and better than me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
And
evolution. That's you know
yeah, yeah. I'm just
evolution.
saying, not because I feel as though everybody in the world offers something. Like we got something that was given to us, and whatever was given to us, we took it and we did something with it. And if you look to like for instance, you know, like the Silk Road, how the Europeans was trading to getting trade from China, right? And we talking about all in the freaking like let's say 1100, 1200, 1300 on up to Christopher Columbus to 1492. It was a Silk Road, so they was trying to get to the Silk Road. Now they was using ships. They don't tell you that the Silk Road or the Silk Route was really ships that was going to China. So the Europeans did not have nothing to trade with China. Only thing they can really gather or get together was gold. And then when you think about the Ottoman Empire, they blocked them off, and that's one of the main reasons why the Europeans start going around Africa. You know what I mean? And they start conquering certain portions of Africa all the way down, all the way around to the Silk Route. All right. Now, now we look at it as a destructive force, and we say, "Oh man, that was like crazy because the diplomacy was crazy," but they didn't really have nothing to offer. Only thing that they can gather together was gold.
Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
that's one of the main reasons why they start going to Africa. And that's one of the main reasons why, because they needed everything from China and the exports from India, and they had to deal with business with the Arabians, as well as the whoever was in between the deal of them getting to China or India and coming back. But along that, it was an evolution of math. It was an evolution of building. It was an evolution of chain exchange of cultures and so forth. And then we formulate a society that we have now that's composed of many different diverse people that have something to offer. Now, how would now your argument how would you address this to somebody that does not look like you? How would you address this, let's say, to a white person? I'm just be blank, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
A Caucasian person
Asian.
that doesn't see, they can see, yeah, I come from Africa, but I'm not inferior. Because if you say melanin, you're talking about the idea of somebody, I'm lighter than you, so somebody darker than me, I'm inferior than them. I don't think so. You get
Nah,
what
that's
I'm
not
saying?
necessarily what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, like, I don't want to. I want to see where this conversation going, and I want to see where your build is going with it, because that's why I said if I think of my child, I would think I would want my child to be do better than me, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that all people came from Africa, and they're the children and mothers and fathers that came from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
We will, Africa will want us to do better in a certain type of way. But I feel as though, me personally, maybe you can say this, you can explain this from your point of view. Just because you darker than me, that doesn't make you smarter than me. Or just because you darker than me doesn't make you more spiritual than me. Or just because your hair nappier than mine, that doesn't mean you can invent stuff better than me. Or you can build better than me. I feel that way because it's been proven. The white man came, if you want to call it, the European came through with weapons when we didn't even create weapons. Obviously, they had the intelligence to conquer us with something that we didn't have intelligence of. So who was smarter at that point? You know what I mean? But I don't want to go on a tangent. Like, how would your message and what you're saying go to every? How would you explain this to other demographic?
So my message is like not really like I'm not racist. So let's just
Okay.
get that off, off the jump. Anybody who follow me know and see any of my videos, you don't see me degrading or slandering or uh, making fun of people. You don't really see me doing that. My channel is about scientific and historical literacy. So it's strictly education based. But I am spiritual, so I can't say that. There is spirituality as well. But I want to make sure that we emphasize on mental intelligence because we're very spiritual people. We shout, we dance, we run, we jump, we sing, we do all of that. But what we've been lacking is the mental intelligence. And a lot of different races, I feel like they look at us as ignorant.
Yeah.
When they see a black person, the first thing they think about you is that this is a ignorant person. But we've been through slavery, we've been through a lot of adversity, and so I mean, what can you say? You feel me? You gonna judge us for that? But anyway, I don't feel like I'm ignorant. I feel like I've risen above the status quo. That I'm an intellectual black man, and I like education. I'm about my people. You feel me? And like I said, I'm not racist. I'm just into science, and science is about knowledge. The word the word is sciente in Latin, and the word sciente means knowing. And so, if you're a seeker of knowledge, then you cannot get in your feelings when you discover the knowledge. You have people who are saying they're seekers of knowledge, and then when they're confronted with a conflicting belief, then they get in their feelings, and then that's going to deter you from learning.
Okay.
And so I just let people know this is education based. It's not personal attack against you or your people, but I want to know the truth about who we are. And so
Okay.
I'm taking the my time and my energy to figure it out. You feel me? And I listen to some European scholars too, but independent research, family. You feel me? Independent. And so yeah, that's what I'm on, man. That's what I'm on. I feel like even with a corporation, and they have to get audits. You can't have the corporation audit itself. You got to have somebody that's outside of that corporation, the organization, to come in and do the audit to make sure everything is on point. And so that's why I say independent. You feel me? Don't just go off of what people are saying. Hear it, process it, digest it, but then go and do your own research. You feel me? And so yeah, that's what we own, family.
I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, close us out, bro. Close us out real quick. Um, Matter of fact, Akshita, close us out, and then everybody going to close us out.
Okay. I just got to say, first of all, this has been an amazing show.
Mhm.
The information from start to now, and just having to, because we could go on and on and on at this point. We in it. You know what I'm saying?
We
And
locked
so,
in. Fact.
say what?
I said we locked in. We locked in, family.
We locked all the way in, you know what I'm saying? And so that's a beautiful thing to see and to witness and to be a part of. So I'm just grateful to be here tonight. I'm grateful that I was able and willing to spend my time here, using my brain power to have an intellectual conversation with beautiful people who only want the best for those who hear and for ourselves. And so just I've heard a lot of things throughout this conversation, and I was taking notes on a lot of things, and so it might be a little bit too much to go into all of it, but I did want to touch on um, the age of Aries versus the age of Aquarius. And my mind told me that we are existing here together. And so this is another part of the great fusion. Now, back in 2017 and 2018, I was having some very in-depth conversation about esoteric information that wasn't being spoken out loud. And these are things that have been embedded into my structure because this is how I was trained to think. Well, now I wasn't trained to think this way. I was trained how to use what was already in me,
Mm-hmm.
because we were born and we're handed this spiritual and physical toolbox, and we are supposed to figure out what those tools. It's like at the beginning of a video game, you get all your pieces to what you need, but you don't know what you need them pieces for until you get to that level.
That's
So
right.
at each level, we have a tool that has been given to us as a gift. And if we don't see what we have as gifts, we're going to miss out totally and completely on what our purpose and mission is here to do. And so I say that Aries and Aquarius are here together because Aquarius is air sign and Aries is fire.
Fire. That's
And
right.
so, in order for the fire to breathe and to ignite and to stay lit, it needs air.
I see.
That's why
I see.
everything went to crumbles in the times before now, because there was no great fusion.
Right.
Everything that has an opposite, just like your twin flames, you find your, and that's a beautiful top you have on there, Queen Thea, because it represents exactly what I'm saying.
Thank you.
I see.
There's an opposite to everything, and we were detached from our opposite side, which is why the upgraded body of the Messiah is so very significant to this time. I remember when Lazarus started teaching on the body of the Messiah, and for us to get that concept down, but we had to move fast, quick, in a hurry through that process, because he was like, hey, we need to be getting to this upgraded body. And it was almost like a race to get to the upgraded body, but people were coming on so slow, falling off. And this is how you know it is not very many of us. Many are called, but only a few are chosen.
That's right.
So we have a purpose here, and it is not by mistake. And we're in the great fusion. That's like you said, 2024 is to known to be the great year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the great fusion as well. That's what makes it so great, because the opposite side isn't missing. This is where the masculine and the feminine have a balance. This is why my aunt is who she is today and known for. It's for that balance. You can't have my aunt without the feminine and the masculine principles. And going back to the beginning of the conversation when you was talking about the number 6, my life path number is a 6. This is why I am the way that I am. So if you can understand the breakdown of the number 6, then you can definitely understand Akshita Veda. Because that's who I am. And that's what I am. And so, Sister Thea, did you get the codex date?
Yeah, I actually put it in there. It's 7/14/8.
Okay.
That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow or
That's
today?
tomorrow. Today is
Tomorrow.
7/13/7.
7/13/7. All
Tomorrow,
right, tomorrow
7/14/8.
7/14/8.
Okay, and look at that balance. 7/13/7.
7/13/7. Wow. Yeah.
It's
Today.
a perfect balance, because the 13 is the representation of the feminine principle, because it is the mother.
That's right.
And so now you got 7, which is the completion on both. Oh my God, on both sides. There's completion.
7/13/7.
We're coming in whole.
That's today.
That's today. Today is the
7/13.
alignment.
Yes.
Today is the alignment. 7/13/7. Yeah. Hold
We're
up.
coming in whole from the masculine and the feminine principle.
That's fire.
We're not broken anymore. The pieces have been put back together, and now we must operate in our power.
I see to that. That's right.
That was good. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm not finished, but I'm trying to be. We talked about melanin, and when we was talking about melanin, I saw the midnight oil. Oh, you up burning the midnight oil. What does that really mean, and where did they get that terminology, that term from, for it to make sense at what is going on at them hours of 3 in the morning and so on, when we can't go back to sleep because we on a mission. We getting the data for the next mission.
Facts. That's true. That's true what she's saying. Power. That's I say to the sister what she's saying, man. That's 100% fact.
So also, solution, you was talking about the soul, and I heard the word solution, because this is what we're supposed to be coming to.
It is the root word. That's
yes.
true.
This is what the matriarch stands on, is solutions. So you got the soul plus ion. The T is the plus sign. The soul is, you flip the letters around, and then you got the ion. So then you got the soul plus energy, which creates action. Action is the act of having the energy to do what you need to do.
Fire right there. Nothing but fire. And look, to add on to what the sister was saying too, in Latin, the root word of soul is Sol, and Sol means sun. And tomorrow is an alignment with the sun and another celestial body. So praises, I'm saying, to the Most High and to our people. And like I said, let's just make the most of it, family.
I just want to say thank you. I ain't gonna burn up no more time. Just I'm Akshita Veda, the chosen daughter of the matriarch. I am Queen Mother Ma'at, goddess of the Empire of Nubia. And I'm also the general here in the Messiah Code. And I'm that way because of the mission and the work that I've already put in. Nobody gave me anything. I earned it.
Hey, if you don't mind me asking, what's your B-Day, love?
Oh, I'm 1, 2, 3.
1, 2. Okay. January the 2nd.
23rd.
Oh, the 23rd. January 23rd. Okay. So you in Aquarius?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Aquarius in the house. I see you, love.
Man,
Yeah.
we
Okay.
all family here. Everybody here is family. You an air sign, she an air sign, I'm an air sign, and then we got a fire sign. We're all family.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Look here. See, perfect.
We're all family here.
Perfect. And see, the Aquarius is the wind. The air's over here blowing, but you over there getting ignited. See, they think they don't see you for real, Thea. I see you though.
Yeah,
I see you, sis.
Yo, man, we having fun.
that,
Thea, close us out. Give us your piece. Give
Well,
us your piece to
actually,
close us out.
I wanted to be one of actually the last. You can go ahead and let brother Omni go because this is the Messiah's bookshelf. So I wanted to
That's
actually
right.
read.
We do gotta bring out a book, yo. Let me do this.
Actually, I
Yeah.
want to do the reading for today. I wanted to close it.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Mhm.
If any books that y'all got that y'all really like, that's affectionate, could y'all bring? Do y'all have any of those books handy?
I've been packing because I'm gonna move. So
Oh,
I
You
took
don't
all
got a
my
book
books out.
handy? And then because we've been reading a small passage from a book that each one of us is
hold on
reading.
one second. Hold on one second.
Yeah, yeah. Grab a book, and we'll close it with that. Because with that's something that we decided that we was going to add to the show, because last week we did it and it was wonderful, where everybody, because this is the Messiah's bookshelf, so if we read something from a book that we got or that we're reading, it would actually put an emphasis of the idea. Shout out to 218,
Hey,
always
sis.
about that green.
Yeah. Already. Already.
Where you move?
Yeah. So, bro, you close us out. Read us something from a book that you read, that you connected with, and
This right
just
here is
read.
the Newton's Medical Dictionary.
oh wow.
And
Okay.
so, like I said, I'm into science. Sometimes people ask me what books to read, but I studied certain scientific disciplines. So, and you would have to go and study the discipline to understand what I'm saying. But I could give you some references, but a lot of the stuff is just from studying. And then I think about it. I understand, the mechanics of how it works. And then, a lot of stuff is like, I'm like, kind of like how Bruce Lee was. Like he did kung fu, but his kung fu was untraditional. It was kind of a mix of everything.
I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good explanation. So, who wrote that book? Who's the author of that book? Like,
It's so it's the
show us
Nelson's.
it. Show us the book again, bro.
So it's the Thomas Nelson.
Thomas Nelson Medical
Yeah,
Dictionary. All right,
yeah.
cool, cool. Read us anything that's fundamental, that deals with the message from the book.
From this book.
Yes, sir. If you got,
It can be
if you
something, yeah, some statistic, something.
Um.
And we'll understand.
something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hey, I got you.
Yeah.
So I guess something that I know about that's in the book for sure is when they talk about an immune response, right? An
Okay.
immune response is the biochemical reaction of the cells in the body to a foreign object or substance. And
Mhm.
so, whenever people get sick, whenever there's a negative response in your body, it's due to your cells of your body processing whatever you're interacting with negatively, or it's identifying it as foreign, like a
Mm.
virus on your computer. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to harm your system. And so, I feel like that's an important thing to keep in mind when you think about the melanoma thing, the skin cancer. When a person is in the sun, that's why I say we're children of the sun, and that's why there's ancient deities that are sun gods in different cultures, because these are the melanated people. And the sun, if we were to have any god to serve us, this god would have more favor towards us.
Mm.
And so, I feel like the fact that a person can develop cancer from the sun, and it means that their body is processing the light of the sun as foreign.
Mhm.
Mm.
And the light of the sun is a natural phenomenon that comes from nature. In the Bible, it says in the beginning there was darkness, and God said, "Let there be light." And so that's the first action made by God, is to create light. And so if it ain't right with the light, it can't be right.
Right.
And that's certain, it's certain foods too, certain species of plants that develop sun scorch. And that's a version of melanoma in humans, but it also occurs in plants when the biochemistry is off, like with hybrid plant species and stuff like that. And so sometimes when people want to, like be vegan and they want to eat clean, some of the species of plants are not original species of plants, and they may have biochemical deficiencies.
Yes.
I feel like nature, in the beginning there was nature, and nature is our sustainer. And once scientists come in and they alter and modify and they do all of that, they throwing off the information of what a thing is.
So you said that's a part of the immune response.
That's right. That's right. It's
Wow, that
biochemistry.
was hot. That was hot. I like
For
that.
real.
That was hot.
That was
I
deep.
like how you brought all that full circle.
Oh yes,
That
sir.
was
Yes,
cool,
sir.
man.
I got you, brother.
Thea, or should I go? Or
Yeah,
am
go
I
ahead and
going?
go. And then
All
I'll go.
right. I got this book. As you know, I'm heavy into my Taino. You know, the Taino people were here before Columbus came over. You know, before, he brought diseases with him and a lot of other things that they brought, colonialism. Okay, namely one of them. But my people were here. Okay, and they existed on an island called Barican. All right, and y'all call this Puerto Rico today. Now, it's other places that my people existed, which was Haiti, Jamaica, Bahamas, the Bahama Islands, and the Caribbean, all through the Caribbean. Okay, as well as the southern tips of Florida, on all the way up to Georgia. They got traces of Taino history and artifacts. Oh, did I mention Venezuela and Brazil?
Yep.
As well as Central America. Okay, that they have artifacts of these people existing, these places. So I'm reading a book called Caciques and it's called Caciques and Semi-Idols. And this book explains the idea of the different, thank you. This book explains the idea of the different ornament they call them gods, or people, how they say it, like
Deities.
deities, like when you construct and make something and you call it a god or something like that. It's slipping my mind right now.
Idols.
Yeah.
Idols, yeah, idols, yeah. But these are not idols. They're actually a connection of how my people connected to the universe. And one of the things, like this, what's in front of this is called a duho. And on the bottom of the duho is like an evil spirit that one sits on, or one had conquered. Okay? And this is a semi. See, when they say semi-idols, a semi is not what they talk about like a idol. It's not really an idol, because my people, how they would regard a semi is if they have a certain occurrence that happened to them in life, and it dealt with the universe, and it was like something, whatever, it was a special moment, they would probably make a marker or do something to enact the moment, or
They
to
put the energy into the
yeah,
idol.
like let's say something happened to them, like their life was saved in a certain situation, and they would actually take something from that marker and create an ornament out of it and call it a semi. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
magic.
Yeah. Now,
The use
I've
of
been to
magic.
the land of my people, bro. Now, they created caves as well. And I'm going to tell you, I've been in a beautiful cave. A beautiful cave that I had to climb in this cave, bro. I had to climb through it, and once I climbed through it, it was a cavern, and throughout the bottom of it and all of it. And what I seen in that place was, it was It was something that was crazy, bro. You know, something that was special. Hieroglyphic images, petroglyphic images, as well as a temple within the caverns of a mountain.
Okay.
All right, and
Dope.
and these people, they existed there for thousands and thousands of years, thousands of years. You know what I mean? But I just want to read something from this book real quick, and I'm gonna leave it at that. And I'm gonna just read a small excerpt from this book, and I'm not going to get too deep. So it says the notion. This is this is chapter 6. It says the semi reveals its personhood and its body form. So it says the notion of the semi finds its similar through not identical analogies in other societies around the world, such as among the Ba Kanago of West Africa. Relationship. For whom the Balango or medicine is what animates and confess potency to their magic wooden idols. Okay, and then they give you a bunch of references. It is also analogous to the paired notions of mana and tapu or taboo in Polynesia, or how or Maui and Couplet among the Maori or of New Zealand. Semi thus relates to the notion of vital essence discussed for the Maori long ago. The conceptual dyad entails the assumption that behind any material form is an invisible dynamic power that makes it what it is. And
Right.
all at once is the source of appearance and potential for action, which was for Maori philosophers seen as merely the inner expression of the inner nature. All right. To start with the Taino language term semi refers not to an artifact or object, but to a immaterial, nominous, and vital force under particular conditions. This was what I was explaining, and I just turned to that page. Under particular conditions, look, beings, things, and other phenomena in nature can be imbued with semi. Semi is therefore a condition of being, not a thing. Boom.
Condition of being.
So I didn't just make up something. This brother, let me tell you the author of this book. And he's a renowned, his name is Jose R. Oliver. He's a renowned scholar on the subject of the Taino. And he's explaining the same thing that I was telling you in a certain type of way, that that the Taino, like the semi, it didn't represent just a mere object. It represented an experience that they went through, and they marked the moment, and they created something around it, and that gave them a divine power with the universe, a way to connect up. And then it took it way back to Africa. Said, man, this type of practice is back in Africa too.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's my give or take. But this is Caciques and Semi Idols by Jose R. Oliver.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you.
Powerful information.
It's interesting for sure.
Anybody, y'all got comments before she close it out?
No, we want to hear from Thea.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So this is called the Messiah Bookshelf. So I'm reading the Revenge Body Book, the 90-Day Water Fast and Cleansing Part 2 by Lazarus Lamel. Day 67. The Noble Wraith. 67 cubes. equals 300,793. Anuki Deek, Nook Anuki, I am that I am. Okay. Supreme grand wisdom. No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. Amun is faithful, and it will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. But with temptation, it will also provide the way of escape, that you may be able to endure it. On Noble Wraith, the declaration Anuki Dik Nuk Anuki, I am that I am, encapsulates a profound sense of self awareness and acceptance, a noble spirit that has realized its true essence. This in harmony with the supreme grand wisdom, which emphasizes resilience and the presence of a guiding force during challenging times. This wisdom can be seen as a guiding light through life trials. Much like a lantern in the darkness, it's about recognizing that while challenges are universal, there is always a path to overcome them, guided by a higher power or inner strength. Embracing I am that I am is about acknowledging and accepting your true self. Understanding that this self awareness is key to navigating life complexities. It's about declaration of one's inherent power and identity, unswayed by external circumstances. This is an approach to standing firmly in one's truth, like a steadfast oak in a storm. It's about understanding that knowing oneself deeply provides the resilience and wisdom needed to face life challenges. The lesson of day 67, Noble Wraith, is to appreciate the power of self acceptance and the guidance available to us in moments of temptation or hardship. It's about understanding that we are equipped with strength to endure and overcome, and that higher power force or inner wisdom will always provide a path through our trials. This day teaches us to embrace our true selves and trust in the journey, knowing that we have the resilience and guidance to navigate any challenge.
That was
Okay.
perfect.
For today, yes. Wasn't it perfect for today?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
I mean, from
Yeah.
start to finish, that was amazing.
Thank
Very.
you. Thank you.
Thank you for
Again,
that
Thank
beautiful
you.
reading.
Thank you. No, thank you. I'm
yeah.
telling you, every time we come on here, every Sunday that we come on here, the day it speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Every day. When we just talking about this, I am that I am, we're
Yes.
speaking about who we are, right?
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
acceptance. Then you just speak about that, King. You spoke about that. Just giving out the information. Like you say you just give out the science. I am that I am.
That's right. That's right. That was very spiritual too. I like that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Definitely. Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah.
yeah. This was a powerful, powerful, powerful build. My brother Omni Omnis. Yo, you slayed it, bro. I definitely you got you was a guest, but now you done moved in the house.
Glad to be here, brother. Glad to.
You done moved in the house. I really love your information. And then not only that, I threw a couple questions at you, couple monkey wrenches at you just to see how you'll react. And you didn't show no emotion. That was the thing that I liked about it. Like I threw a couple whatever monkey wrenches at you, and you didn't really sway in your emotions about it. You really was. You sat. You was. I love.
Intellectual.
Yes.
Yeah, he was like stern and what he. I like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate
And
it, brother.
we'll all have our tests that we'll go through. So,
Yes.
I really appreciate your time, man. Your time is priceless, my brother. And Akshita, thank you. We
Always.
family, man.
Always.
We're family here. We definitely
Always.
needed that spirit to come in today. You know,
That's
and Thea, my queen, thank you for supporting and really wanting to change the world. You know,
Yes, indeed.
I think that's really what's in all of us. But
Bless.
yeah, that's it. Shout out to the family. You know, this was another great one at Messiah's bookshelf. Let's
Yes.
get it.